Warning! We are about to spoil Princess Mononoke. If you haven't seen the film, then go ahead and watch it. If you have seen it, or you don't care, then please continue to listen to us.
Okay, so the film this week is Studio Ghibli. That means it's gonna be like a really happy kids film, right? Oh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. We're here, and yeah, I don't know what else to say after that because I didn't really think before I said the lead-in. So,
I'm Justin.
and I'm
And
Cameron.
here's Cameron.
Here's trouble, and make it double.
Jessie is still best Pokemon girl. Everyone else can fight me.
Exactly. But anyway, yes. Is there anything else you want to say before we say the title, lead-in, and transition, everything, or not?
I don't know. I love talking about Studio Guy next.
Today we're talking about Princess Mononoke.
Wow, wasn't that a cool edit?
Oh man, I'm so happy that we had so much to lead it. It's so structured. I'm so glad about that.
Oh no, we're not. Please don't be in our Jaws episode.
Dude, it's fine. We're not tired this time. I think we're just more in like kind of a random mindset. So
I think it's because it's gonna be like this film isn't complicated. It's just hard to not just say, well, it's good.
yeah, we kind of don't want it to be a repeat of like Gravity Falls, where it's just like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It just gets
Yeah,
really
but
awkward.
before we even get into like the very quick synopsis,
Mm-hmm.
like the only part that I think can really stand out, because I mean the animation is great, but it's hard to fuck that up.
You have to say that again. You broke up super hard. Just start with like
I am super hard.
I mean, debating whether or not to leave that in.
Go for it.
Just start again with like the animation, yada yada yada.
I could say the animation was beautiful, but you know it's Ghibli, so you know.
Yeah, it's Studio
It's
Ghibli.
normally good.
Because and I think it's like the fluidness is a bit downgraded on the DVD version because we watched the DVD version. I remember it looking like a lot better on Blu-ray, but yeah, it's a film for a film from 1997. It looks really good.
Yeah, but the only part that really stood out was the music to me.
The odd sound design.
No, just the music in general. It was really good.
Yeah, hell yeah. Had this very epic, sweeping score to it. It was really good.
But we can talk about that after the synopsis. Cameron, do the synopsis.
All right. So, I'm going to look up real quick a cast member because obviously the names aren't very well said in this movie. So the only one we really remember is Princess Mononoke.
You can try to say their names. I'm telling you, you're gonna fail.
I once I see it, I'll be fine. Okay, so this follows a boy named Ashitaka, and he is part of this like, and it takes place in feudal Japan, like way back when, like it's like kind of a homage to like old samurai films and stuff like that. And he's a simple man who lives in a village that's like, I guess, more rural village back then, and they're just hanging out doing stuff, being in the village, and all of a sudden this big freaky fucking demon thing starts attacking everything and wrecking shit. So he successfully takes it down, but at the cost of his arm being infected, because it has like these weird fucking tentacle things that end up grabbing his arm when he's trying to shoot. And
Insert Evil Dead 2 clip about hands being infected by demons.
Who's laughing now?
obvious joke is obvious. There we go. So
Moving on.
And so it turns out that, like, because the demon, like I guess, like, the tentacles wrapped around his arm and, like, burned them and stuff, now his arm is, like, now his body's cursed, I guess. Like, it clearly is kind of like a burn mark if it touches you. And the village elders, they say that, like, it's a curse that will slowly spread throughout his body and eventually cause him a very slow and painful death. So he has that to live with. So they want to know where the fuck this evil shit's coming from. So they're like, hey, so go find out where the demon's coming from. We're going to bless you and everything, blah, 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 do the sacred stuff, and go find where the evil is and possibly try to lift your curse first. And so he sets out on this adventure to do both of those things. He then runs into a village where, like, everyone's being fucking massacred and shit, and it's awesome and crazy and violent. And then he runs into this monk guy who helps, like, get him out of that. Like, as he's trying to take down a bunch of people, and as he's taking down the bad guys during this massacre, he finds out that his arm, and we joked about this during the movie, gives him buff boy powers. It makes him really strong. It makes his arrow just shoot like crazy at people. And so he finds he has his powers, and the monk tries to lead him, I guess, to where he's going, and blah blah blah. He, like, shows him the rock, and because the demon was infected with a rock. It was like this evil thing, and it turns out that was a bullet, and the bullet was made in a certain village. And so he's like, yo, the village is over there if you want to see him. And so he goes to travel to the village and finds about the people who did it, and he's wondering, like, and I guess from there on he learns about, like, the different curses and stuff. And he ends up running into the titular character, Princess Mononoke. And so turns out that obviously there's a big environmental message in this film, and like the bullet shot the pig and made him evil or something. And it turns out the humans this is like a steel mining town, and they're making it, I guess, to make money and be rich and stuff, but at the cost of the environment. So there's this big war going on between Princess Mononoke's tribe and, like, all the different animals and the big village. And the village, I guess, also has issues from another, like, samurai tribe that keeps trying to attack them. And so the ending of, like, the film goes on with these warring sides, and Ashitaka trying to decide which side to be on, blah blah blah, because he switches from side to side as he finds out more about them. And eventually leads to this big kind of three-way war between the samurais who are attacking the village, the people in the town, and the animals in the forest. And there's this awesome battle and stuff, and I'm just trying to think of how else to say, because should I say the ending and stuff, I guess?
We gave a spoiler warning already.
Yeah,
so
true. I'm trying to figure out how to lead into it. And at the end of the day, because it turns out during this skirmish in the village, and towards the middle of the film, he gets shot and he's on the brink of death, and Princess Mononoke brings him to this deer god thing. The Night Walker is what it was called, but then it transforms into this deer god thing. And it's basically like the ruler between life and death and shit. And Princess Mononoke's two wolves, I guess, are also gods. So in this world, the animals are like a mix between animals and gods and stuff. It's kind of not really well defined, but he gets shot, and the finale of the film is because the monk man actually turns out to be evil, and he's trying to get the head of the elk god thing, or I guess deer god thing, for money. And so he actually ends up successfully like cutting off the deer's head, or shooting it off, I guess. And they try and get the head away, but then this thing gets big and starts destroying the world and shit. And then they have to get the head back to it. And they end up, Princess Mononoke also ends up getting stuck by a demon thing, because they run into this pig leader who gets infected with that shit that the other boar got infected with before. And Princess Mononoke gets stung, and they're all beat the fuck up, and they're like, no, yo, you have to give the head god back. You know, I know you want money, but there's kind of a bigger issue at hand. So they give and I guess the interesting thing about this, I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth here, but like what am I trying to say? The I guess the deer god thing was supposed to be the answer to his cure for his arm, and during the middle of the film, it saved his life, but it didn't end up curing the terrible disease that was going through his body. But now Princess Mononoke and Ashitaka, sorry, I'm gonna have trouble remembering that. They're both on the brink of death. And they're about to be possessed, and they're like, here's the head of the god, and it takes back its head and fucks off and like makes everything back to normal. And then they end up being healed and all that. They end up going out to live their lives, and it's a nice happy ending. So,
and no one had to die.
shows like a compilation of like everybody dying.
hey, the villain got to live, so everything's fine.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, so that was basically the synopsis of Princess Mononoke. It's basically this adventure story, but with a environmental message. And
it's feudal Japan, Captain Planet mixed with Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. And it's really awesome. Like the world it builds up and stuff. But I guess since we were talking about the environmental message and stuff, one of the things that I completely forgot about was how, and I was talking about it during the film too. One of the things I forgot about when I first watched the film was just how heavy-handed the messages were of life and death. Like there were very heavy themes of life and death and having to face all of those in this movie. And it got pretty fucking heavy. And there were some lines where I was just like, holy fucking shit, cheer up, movie.
Yeah, but one thing I'm kind of happy about is even though there is a clear environmental message, it's not as annoying as some films have it.
It's not like Fern Gully or something where it's like super obvious.
It's not that bad. Like the message is still there, and that's the point of the film, but it's not to the point where it's like, okay, we get it. I'll stop using my fucking car for a day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the thing is, a lot of the symbolism is very obvious, but it's done in such a way where it's not in your face. Like, save the environment.
Save the environment or we're all dead. No, it's more of figure out how to live with the environment so we don't all fucking die.
Yeah, exactly. Find a way to benefit us both.
That message has no reason to be around anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, is it relevant?
Not at all. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Nothing's made it even somehow more relevant nowadays. But yeah, and like there are a couple lines too, and I do like how there really wasn't like a clear cut like villain. I mean, I know the woman was supposed to be a villain, but it still showed a side of her that was kind of kind. Like she rescued whores from brothels and gave them a life, and she rescued lepers and gave them something to do with their life other than just slowly die.
Yeah, the only problem I have there is near the end, she becomes just evil for a very forceful reason. It's like, I want to kill the god. Okay? Yeah. But hey, your people are being attacked right now. Can you go help them? No, they can fight for themselves. It's like, you seem unreasonable at this point, just so that way we can have a bigger climax.
Yeah. Like, you could have just had the monk do that. There was no reason really for you to stand there and do that, honestly. But yeah, besides that, other than that, I said the characters were definitely very three-dimensional, even if we can't remember their fucking names.
They only I need to hear a name 3 times, and if it's foreign, I'm going to have I'm going to have a lot of trouble remembering it.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm a lot better at that than Justin is remembering foreign names.
I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood with many white people. That's my reason. Blame America.
But yeah, so that was also really good. But yeah, again, the themes of life and death, because like one of the lepers said something like, yeah, man, life is just constant pain and misery, but we'll find a way to get by. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Are you positive or negative? Fucking hell.
Yeah, and there was also the one where, because obviously, like, the god decided not to heal his demon powers, and the wolf god, that Prince Mononoke, just looks at him, because he's going off a cliff looking all epic and stuff. She's just like, you could just jump. You could just end it all and be like that instead of dying a slow, painful death.
No, it's just like, geez, movie, cheer the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty. It did not pull any punches when it came to handling like life and death, which was shocking. But at the same time, I was just like, I had to kind of admire the balls the movie had.
Speaking of balls, when we said he got badass. His buff boy powers gave him badass skills with his arrow. We're not talking about like, oh, he shoots 5 dudes. No, this was gory.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. This is Studio Ghibli's to date, I think their only PG-13 movie. And even for a PG-13 movie, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, like he shoots people with the arrow in the head and decapitates them.
Yeah.
You see at one time he's being chased by 2 guys on horseback. He shoots one of their heads off and his corpse stays on the horse for a bit till fumbling off.
And there's the one where he shoots the 2 guys' arms and showed like the arms shot against the tree and like just dangling all bloody and shit.
No, what happened was he shot the sword so that force pulled off his arms.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
It's just like, and here's the thing with gore, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am perfectly fine with when someone, gets their throat slit and there's just blood gushing like a hose.
Mm-hmm.
I find that silly. I find it fun.
Because that's what kind of actually happens, actually.
That for throat slits, yes, but I'm talking
like
about
over Tarantino levels of like
yeah, or like Nightmare on Elm Street levels of gore.
Oh yeah, like where the guy gets stuck in the bed, just a pool of blood and shit.
Yeah, when Johnny Depp dies.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Johnny Depp, sue me. But when it's something like this where it's just quick, that's more painful to me. That's more of like a holy shit sort of thing.
Yeah, because there was a lot of gore, but they didn't like linger on it. You just saw enough of it to where it was like, god damn.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, there's a geyser coming out of him. No, it was just head is gone and there's a bloody stump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also
or when the pig demon decomposes.
That was disgusting. Yeah,
that was fucking gross.
That was what they started out with, that weird creepy pig thing, because it was just like this creepy like blob of shit with like 2 red eyes, and it like came out and you saw it was a pig and then it came back on, but then when he kills it, it just slowly disintegrates, so like the skin and shit's melting off and blood's coming out. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you see the eyes sink into the skull because it's decaying.
Yeah, just
fucked up.
Just put the Disney logo over that shit. Yeah. And again, I remembered this movie was super violent, but I forgot just how violent it was, actually.
Now thinking on it, this is a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
Like, you see that sometimes where it's like, oh, this is PG-13, but it's really just an R without swearing, or it's a kid's film with sex jokes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, because that's the thing. It's like you said, like, I guess it's more like 80s PG-13. Like, when Nostalgia Critic keeps joking, when PG-13 meant something.
Yeah, like, this is, because there's a lot of scary imagery for kids in this.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the gore, which I don't think that would bother many kids.
Yeah, it will depends on their age, but if you're like 12 or 15, yeah, that wouldn't bug a kid.
But the fucking animal faces, the gods and shit.
Yeah, especially those fucking apes.
Those apes with basically the voice of Satan.
Yeah, like this deep, weird, creepy voice, like, give us the human. And like, it was just their silhouette with like red eyes, and I was like, what the fuck?
Or constant talks of death that would probably freak some younger kids out.
Yeah, the very heavy-handed themes of life and death. Yeah, because like you can see why this was PG-13 and not just PG.
Yeah. Or the fact that the nature god is the most horrific thing I've seen in film since the Babadook. So
that thing, I forgot about that. I forgot about how freaky he looked, because you saw his silhouette, and when he's the Nightwalker, he looks really cool. But it's like when he comes into like because he's supposed to be this deer with like a shit ton of antlers. But he has
a human face.
Yeah, but he has chicken feet, but then it pans up and he has this red, like, human face just on a deer body. Because I know when you were there, your reaction was great, because you were making sounds like clop, 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 and you're just like, ah, when he showed his face.
It's been since like Courage the Cowardly Dog since the cartoon made me go, what the fuck is that?
That is a very just freaky ass, what the fuck are you type thing. Yeah, that is very Courage, you're right. Oh my god.
It's just unnerving.
Yeah, I forgot how creepy it was. That's the thing. Like, it's crazy how shit like that is more creepy than like a lot of horror movies, just because it's just there. It's just unnerving.
It doesn't blink, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're right, which, stop making me think about that thing, please.
Just don't look behind you, it's fine.
Here, we'll show a little image of it just so you know how freaky it is. There's that lovely face.
Oh, stop.
Sorry, take that away. Go, out of here.
Yeah, where's Smidgel? I need Smidgel back.
Yeah. Oh, it's been so long.
Am I allowed to bring jokes over?
Yes, you're allowed to bring jokes over. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Smidgel. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
That was some stupid series some assholes did called Co-Optional. I don't know where they're at now.
We need to be specific there.
Co-Optional Gaming, not Co-Optional podcast. Because that... You know what?
That's a story for another day. But we are not making fun of Total Biscuits.
No, I think that bears explanation. Our old gaming channel that me, Justin, and another couple of friends of ours did was called Co-Optional Gaming, but we forgot that Total Biscuit also had a podcast called Co-Optional, and now that he's dead,
we didn't forget. We just tried.
But now
we based ours off of a joke out of the Battle Block Theater trailer.
Yes.
I would like to make that clear.
Yeah. We did not intentionally rip off Total Biscuit, and we are not making fun of Total Biscuit. God rest in peace.
Okay? That was a needless tangent, but we're back now. Back to the movie, which fucking hell.
Just thinking of that Dear God now, just ugh. But yeah, so that was good.
Just imagine its jaw going lower and lower, and then it lets out a horrific scream.
Stop. God, that's terrifying. Okay. Anyway, do we have anything else to say about this movie? Because I feel really bad because I feel like this is a short episode.
Fuck, where are we at already?
23 minutes.
Yeah, that is a really short episode. Fucking hell.
I'm trying to think because the music was really good. Like,
the music felt like a great fantasy story. Honestly,
it had this very like sweeping, epic score that whenever it kicked in, you're just kind of like, yeah.
This film. Also, I made a joke earlier of Legend of Zelda. Mm-hmm. That's not a dishonest comparison.
Yeah, you're not too terribly far off there, honestly.
Yeah, because it's called Princess Mononoke, but she's hardly in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Until, like, the end, I want to say.
He asked me when we were watching this, he's like, is this going to be like Legend of Zelda, where, like, it's not actually about Zelda, but it's just kind of in name only? I'm like, yeah. Granted, Princess Mononoke plays a bigger part than Zelda in Zelda, but...
Well, it depends on which Zelda game you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, voice acting, really well done. There were only maybe like 2 reads that were weird.
Yeah.
And those were just side characters. The wolf goddess that Princess Mononoke follows, her voice did not fit, I think.
You didn't think? Yeah.
I got used to it, but it didn't feel like a goddess voice, I guess.
Gotcha. I didn't think it was too bad, but yeah, it didn't match a little bit at first, because it's Gillian Anderson, also known as Agent Scully in the X-Files. She provided the voice for the Wolf God. And what they basically did was just took Gillian Anderson's voice and put reverb on it.
Just reverb the shit out of it.
They reverb the shit out of it, and I think added like wolf noises, like whenever she talked. Because it was interesting how they did the voices, where like you heard them talking, but you saw their mouths were kind of just making grunting noises.
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty cool, actually. Wasn't just straight.
Also, there is one scene where I feel they wrote themselves into a corner and just had to spend 10 minutes expositioning shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, they got the wolf goddess, the pig god,
yeah,
Princess Mononoke, and what's the main character boy's name?
Ashitaka.
and Ashitaka all in the same place, and they just talk for like 10 minutes, explain what's going to happen.
Yeah.
For the final act of the movie.
And the boar god is voiced by Keith David, who has one of the sexiest voices in voice acting.
It's true.
Yeah. Every time I hear his voice, I'm just like, oh, Keith David, thank God. But
thank pig god.
Yeah, right. And again, I pointed this out, Justin. He plays a lot of animal leaders. He plays the pig god in this, and now he's playing the king of the corgis in Infinity Train.
Wasn't he? Oh fuck! What's his name? Hold on. I'm trying to think. Lion King and
Scar?
Not Scar.
Simba?
Not Simba. His dad.
I don't think that was him, actually.
Was that no? I swear it was Keith David.
No, it was. It was an actor that was. I was surprised who it was. Hold on.
No, was it? Oh, fuck.
I know who
Someone's
you're
gonna be
talking
mad.
about. Yeah, we're sorry, Disney fans. Mufasa. No.
Yeah, it's Mufasa.
Mufasa. That was James Earl Jones.
That I get. Is it bad if I say I get those two confused because they both have really deep voices?
Maybe. I can tell them apart fine, but I can
tell them apart fine if I'm hearing them back to back, but I feel like my confusion is reasonable.
Sometimes we're sorry, James Earl Jones and Keith David. We
both of you are great voices.
Yeah.
And
they do have a very similar, deep, sexy voice.
They're known for playing deep, powerful characters.
Yeah.
Deep voiced, powerful characters.
Yep.
Besides that, and the fact that my brain is now fearing, since Disney owns all the Ghibli films, that they'll do live action remakes.
And I think we'll save the live action remake discussion for a whole separate episode because we have so much.
I mean, if we wanted to add another hour to this podcast.
Yeah, we have too much to say on that. So look forward to that because we both just loathe entirely the idea and what they're doing with it. But again, discussion for another day.
Oh, so this should be our first movie we're talking about in 2019?
Of the new year, yeah, because that'll be right after Star Wars and shit. So
yeah, Happy New Year. Sorry about when I said we'd probably finish The Wheel before 2019.
Yeah.
Whoops.
How many movies do we still have? Like 8 or something?
We have 12.
We have still? Like how many movies do we have to review? I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, we're not even close. Sorry, guys.
Unless we hurry it up. But
Nah.
sadly, school and work are very complicated.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun because he has college and I'm probably going to have a job by the time this comes out, hopefully. So,
I mean, technically a job. It's weird.
But anyway.
That's personal life stuff. That's why we're not on a weekly schedule.
Exactly.
Unless we somehow got enough viewers and we started a Patreon. But anyway.
That, again, I'll feel really guilty if we actually start making money off of this.
If we got a Patreon, then we would start doing more than just a podcast.
Like, if we actually got a Patreon and actually got it to where we had a steady income, we'd probably be able to quit our jobs and just do that, honestly.
If
by some random fucking chance we just get
if
lucky.
we somehow had a Patreon that was paying for both of us like full-time minimum wage jobs, that would impress the shit out of me.
Honestly, yeah, because it's like we basically just started the show like, why not? It's just a thing we could do just to watch more movies and talk about them.
I don't think we should be faking our speech of like, wow, I'm surprised we got here when we haven't. That sounds really egotistical.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if we ever do get to that point, I will genuinely feel kind of guilty.
Same.
But yeah, so we will see where this goes. So,
Goober, send this to more of your friends. Thanks.
Please, we love you, Goober. We know you're our number one fan.
Only fan.
It's that we know of, that we know personally.
We know ourselves.
Besides,
but I wouldn't consider myself a fan.
I knew it. But yeah, I think this is just another short episode, honestly, because there isn't much I want to say without sounding rambly, honestly.
Yeah, this is another movie that's just like, it's solid.
Yeah.
If you want, I can't say if you want a good kids movie, but if you want just a solid movie with kind of heavy themes.
Yeah.
This does it. And if you want some gore and good animation.
Yeah, like it's like if you're looking for a really good adventure movie and like a story and stuff with that isn't just like, you know, superficial, that does have some deeper themes, then yeah, this is the movie for you. Again, just be warned, it's not for kids because the violence and the disturbing imagery.
Watch this instead of seeing whatever live action remake Disney is making.
Oh, please do. Please do. Anyway, I think that's a good
Anyway,
one.
it's time to spin the wheel.
All right, let's do it. Spin the wheel.
We're going to have to start recording.
God fucking damn it. The technical difficulties.
No, okay, it's right now. And spin the wheel. Okay.
What do we get?
We're going to do the Evil Dead remake.
Ooh, exciting.
Again, we still have not done a single movie we've both seen.
Yeah, that's funny because we have the 4 categories of movies I've seen and Justin haven't, movies Justin's seen and I haven't, movies we've both seen, and movies we haven't
Neither
seen.
of us.
And we have not, to this day, we have yet to hit a movie both of us have seen, or neither of us have seen, right?
Yeah, we're only going to have one left that neither of us have seen.
Yeah.
After this. So, well, next episode is Ian of the East 1 through something. I'm not sure how we're splitting up those episodes yet.
Because it's a 13 episode series. It's not very long. Plus,
Okay,
plus 2 movies. Because I say, what, 2 different parts maybe? Or that'd be a little long, wouldn't it?
We'll do like 6 or 7 episodes, probably.
Yeah. Well, because 6 would cover it. 6 and 6 is 13.
We might do like
that's
4 episodes. We might do 4, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Depending on how much we feel is good.
Yeah.
You'll see. Next time is Ian of the East,
Yes.
and then we'll do.
Justin? Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're back. I couldn't hear you. You just went out for a sec.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
You said next time we'll do, and I just said Evil Dead remake, and then you just went silent.
No, next time we're doing Ian of the East, and then we'll do Evil Dead.
That's why.
remake.
That was the end of your thought. Yeah.
Nope. Shut up.
Okay. But yeah, like you said, I think it'll be 4, 4, 5, and then the 2 movies will be 1 episode.
Yep.
All right. So see you guys then.